Hello friends, it's Natasha. Thanks for joining me. I have a Pilates small ball class. We'll be moving around all different directions, hitting that core and a total body workout. This is a bender ball. Any small ball will do. They are cheap on Amazon, and this is my Gxmmat. It's an extra large gym floor mat. Great stickiness, non-slip mat, and a great added layer of cushion. You can see it's a pretty thick mat, so I get to protect my joints here. Whatever you have, go ahead and gather your things, maybe some water and a towel. And we're going to start with the ball right at the small of our back today and do a couple stretches and breaths, and then we'll get into the work. Go ahead and lay back over your ball. Deep breath in, big sigh out. Deep breath in, big sigh out. Remember, the Pilates breath is a forced exhale that activates and tones your abdominal muscles. So every time you push out, think of engaging the muscles of the core. We're going to slide our chin forward and our elbows back. Right here, we're going to try to shine our heart through our shoulders. And the ball is right about at the mid-back, and we're just going to practice some tucking and releasing. Reverse curl tuck and release, exhale, and release. Perfect. Curl it in, tap it down, waking up the core. Good. 4, 3, exhale, 2, and 1. Hold those knees to tabletop. Your shins will be parallel to the mat. We're going to start to shoot 45 table. 45, we get that 90 to 45, exhale, 4, 3, 2, and 1. We're gonna open and crisscross as low as you can hold on to, and maybe lift those arms up, exhale. You got this. Really starting to activate the core muscles for 4 and 3 and 2 and 1. Good. Put those feet down, drape right over into your back bend. Inhale and exhale. Pull the elbows back down, tuck the chin forward, making that C-curve position, and take those knees back to tabletop, belly plugging down. And we're going to make some leg circles. Circle down and circle up. Circle down and circle up. 4 more. We breathe in. Here's 3, and 2, got hard real quick, and 1, circle down, circle up, pull those feet down, stretch on out, lift your hips, and pull the ball right out. We're going to take the ball right into our feet and try to stretch the hamstrings as we bring our feet closer to our head, ground into that low back on the sacrum, and we'll start with some leg drops here. If you would like to add the upper body, please do. C-curve leg drops, or maybe one of each. One with the head down, exhale. One with the head curled up. Good, inhale. Exhale to rise. Perfect, one more time. And hold the elbows back down, just like we were, but now the ball is in our feet instead of behind our back. We're gonna practice a little scissor rolling down, trying to keep the ball with the legs. So right over left, left over right, right over, left over, and then squeeze it up one more time. Little scissor, one over the other. It's okay if you lose the ball, and then pull it right back in. Nice work. Go ahead and lift up. Grab the ball in between your hands and release. Shake the feet out side to side. Try to just breathe into the belly, fill it up. Pull your feet onto the mat and let your knees wash side to side like windshield wipers. We have one hip internally rotating and one hip externally rotating. And we're gonna rock ourselves up to seated. Grab the ball and curl on up. All right. Next exercise, take the ball, send it under your rib cage, and see if you can balance with your elbows stacking, your hands behind your head, and your knees kind of out at a diagonal. Thoracic twist. We're gonna drop our elbow, lift, and then bottom elbow just lifts off the mat. Super subtle, it might not even look like much is happening, but we're hitting those obliques. Down, up, down. If it helps to stag your legs, you might pull that top leg back a little bit, and little lift. Twist, stack, lift, lower. Good, breathing. 2 more, twist, and little side lift, and twist, and lift. Nice work. Bring the elbow under the shoulder, and your ball's still at the ribs. Now we're gonna take that front leg into a split, and then a little elbow to knee diagonal crunch. Scissor, stack, V up, maybe toe tap. Scissor, stack, V up. So the hips try to stack on the scissor, and then you're lifting at the 45 at the corner. 4 more. Squeeze that belly in. And 3. And here's 2. Stack, turn, and lift, and turn, and we got it. Lift yourself back up, and we'll simply rotate over to the other side. Ball at the rib cage. You can always adjust it if it doesn't feel comfortable. Your knees go down to that 45 position, hands behind head. Good. On the twist, the elbows down, upper body, thoracic twist, and then little crunch and lift, elbows fall up. Down and up, small lift and lower. Twist and lift. Exhale, rotate. Exhale, lift. Twist down, stack your elbows. See if you can lift your bottom elbow off that mat. We have 4 more from here. 4, 3, 2, you got it, and 1. And squeeze it up. Take that bottom elbow down. Okay, and we're gonna split the legs. So this is your scissor, trying to stack the hips, and then twist, diagonal, hips raise. Good. Take the split, take the leg lift. Split and V. Stack and split, lift. Good. Stack and split, exhale. Pull those legs up into that pike to the corner. Fingers maybe meet toes. Stack, split, pull up. Let's do 4 more. Stack and split. 3. Stack, split, high V to the corner. Last one. Exhale and squeeze. We got it. Lift on up. We are coming into tabletop. Lowering into all 4s. Your hand will be on the ball. So I have my right hand on the ball. Starting with just a warm up for fire hydrant. So let's take that knee diagonal outside of your hip. So reach it out, lift and rotate. So think of turning your hips to the right if your ball's in your right hand, to the left, and now we'll swing the leg a little bigger. We got it? So hips turn and then leg lifts. Twist, and you might move your feet from side to side too, just see what feels good. Or it could just simply be a lean side kick. Hip lean, side kick. You should feel a little oblique crunch, and then outer thigh, glute medius. Good. And 1. Release it down. Sit back for a moment. Connect to the breath. Now lower down onto your left elbow and your right hand. We're going to open up that knee and start to kick at the diagonal. Good, so a little funky forearm. And that diagonal top leg is going to kick. You're feeling this right away. I am. 4, 3, like a diamond, and then lift to the corner. 2, 1. Step that foot behind. You might pull the ball a little closer under the shoulder. Keep a bent knee position, shin parallel to the side of your mat, and now inner thigh leg raise. Shoulder is firing. Oblique, inner thigh adduction. 4, 3, 2. We're gonna do one of each. Swing onto the bottom knee, kick to the diagonal, swing back to the top foot, and inner thigh leg lift. All right, take your time. You never have to keep up my pace. If working slower or even faster works better for you, squeeze it up 4 more. Oof, shoulder. 3, 2, and 1, and we get to rest. Oh, shake out and circle that shoulder side to side, and big elbow sweeps and circle. All right, maybe you wanna relax through the neck, and we'll simply change sides here. Turn, I'm gonna turn, but this time you'll have your left hand on the ball and right hand under your shoulder. Spread your fingers, push the shoulders down, and start with your basic fire hydrant. Knee to the side. Exhale, knee outside hip. And move. We breathe in, lift and lower. Pit of the belly in, exhale. Now, your option is to start to add a little sway of the hips. The hips swing away, and then we extend the leg straight. Hips swing away, and then start to press the leg straight. And again, you can make this as big as you want. If you want to even move the feet side to side, kind of swing them. Think of oblique crunch as you lean on that unstable wall. Feel in the arms too. Or just little hip to the side, leg lift. Hips and toes extend. 4, 3, spread those fingers, anchor down. 2, exhale, lift, and 1, we did it. Whew. All right, take a moment, maybe it's a child's pose. If your wrists are kind of feeling it, counter stretch on those wrists, blink those fingers out, turn your fingers backwards. Pay attention to the wrists. We want to keep them safe and healthy. In order to fire up the whole forearm, always think of spreading and gripping and pushing so we don't have these dead fingers that put all the pressure into that extension right into the wrist. All right, now forearm, right forearm, left hand on ball. We're gonna try to make a diamond with the knees open and then start to kick out to the corner. Diagonal, and your triceps feeling it, and your bottom right shoulder. Working a lot of different muscles here. Lift, tap back, lift, tap back. Trying to maintain a diamond shape when you come down, and then that extension to the corner, and it's okay for the hip to open on this one. Hip is opening. Ooh, 3, 2. Now, step back. Slide that bottom foot out. You might pull the ball in a little closer. And we got these bent knee, inner thigh leg raises, strong bottom shoulder, pushing into the mat. If you ever just feel like your shoulders it's too much, put your hip down. I should have mentioned that on the other side. Put your hip down and add the knee lifts, the leg raises without. Get 3, 2, and 1. One of each. Leg kick, inner thigh swing. Leg lift, or put your hip down and lift the leg, all right? You've got options. Usually it's shortening your levers, bending your knees or arms to make the exercise easier, or just having a seat, putting your knees or your hips down. So this would be a good option too. 4 more, wherever you are. 3, core on, 2, and 1. Rest. Woo. Come off that arm. Circle. Slide it across. Good. Shake out. And then maybe some little neck release. All right. A little bit more outer hip and thigh work. Swing your your legs to the other side. We are going to sit our hip on the ball. Remember, that makes you unstable. Supporting hands, spread those fingers and anchor down. So the clamshell move, we were trying to keep those knees open on the last exercise. This time, lift and lower. Lift and lower. Exhale. Exhale. Squeeze the belly towards the spine. Simple move. Open, close. Now, a little different. We're going to pull the leg forward and reach the leg back. Pull the leg through, reach the leg back. Now it's up to you if you want to straighten the leg behind your back or keep that scorpion tail bent knee. I don't have a lot of space back there, so I'm gonna keep the knee bent, but maybe you go into an arabesque and you try to straighten it out. Imagine pushing through water, really reach those toes back. Pretend you're gonna tap your back or your head. Your arm can just move in opposition. Try to move fluid and graceful. Inhale, exhale, inhale, exhale, inhale, and exhale. Stack your knees now, little hip thrust and lower. Hips up, side stretch. 4, 3, push the mat away, that bottom hand. 2, lift those hips, cinch up that oblique. 1, stay here, and then grab your ball and have a seat. Your ear can soften side to side, and we're gonna sit on the ball on the other side. Go ahead and pop your hip under it. That bottom hand is there to support you. Stack your knees, open and close, clamshell, open. Grip down into all 5 fingers as you spread them. Shoulder away from ear. Exhale to squeeze, like you mean it. Outer thigh, abduction. We are squeezing the leg open. You'll feel it in the outer hip, outer glute, outer thigh, obliques. 4, 3, 2, with effort, and 1. Now, moving leg back, or leg forward, leg back. Forward and back. Your arm is just flowing opposite. Trying to make this graceful. Inhale and exhale. Scooping through the abs, the quad, the hip flexor on the way forward, and then the hamstring, glutes, and back take over on the way back. Good. 4, 3, really slow and intentional, like you are moving through water, moving through mud, moving through honey. So I don't mean slow, like necessarily slow movement, but really active movement. Now, squeeze those hips up, little hip thrust. Good, squeeze and side stretch. Hips move and lower. Press that mat away from you with that bottom hand, push it. Exhale. 4, oblique. 3, lift your weight off the ball, but don't lose the ball. 2, hold your hips up on 1. Good, push yourself off, grab your ball, and then just float your ear side to side or little head circles. Again, if you need a quick little stretch on those wrists, give them some love, shake them out. All right, before we come down on our back, we'll do a move without the ball. Come back to that funky forearm grip. A little similar, but just some fun movement. Extend your leg outside your hip. We're gonna go leg raise. We're gonna go drop onto the hip, leg raise, and then inner thigh. Swing back. Leg raise to the side, hips down, leg raise up, inner thigh. You can keep those hips down or on the inner thigh. Maybe you lift the hip up to make it more challenging. So see if you can get this movement. Roll to funky, kick that leg to the side, swing to your hip, top leg raise, bottom leg raise. Hips can lift or lower. All right, so have fun with this movement. Swing your hips up, side fire hydrant, swing your hips down, leg raise, inner thigh. Swing your hips up, funky forearm fire hydrant. Swing your hips down, toe, and inner thigh. Again, you can keep your hips up, or you can simply keep them low. Right here, inner thigh, maybe you keep your hips down. Last one. Or you could kind of alternate, try some of each. Hips down, leg swings, inner thigh. Let's press onto the hand and give me some inner thigh leg raises, keeping your hip down to start. Very optional for the last 8. Let's lift off our hand. 8, 7, 6, 5, 3, 2, 1. Swing it back. You can take a moment again to just relax through that bottom shoulder that was working hard here. And I'm gonna flip directions. You could simply just go side to side, or I guess you need to see. So you probably wanna face the same way too. All right, coming down into that funky forearm. One elbow bends, one hand straightens. So I have my right elbow down, my left hand down, but just make sure you're switching sides. We're gonna take that toe out to start for the funky fire hydrant leg raise. Then swing your hips down, top leg, bottom leg. Swing your hips up, side leg lift, hips down. Could be a toe tap, the inner thigh, you could swing your hips up. There's options. Side kick, hip swing, top leg, bottom leg. Hip swing up into the funky. Any little adjustments are welcome. You might get it down where you don't even need to move anything, and you are able to swing, kick, and hip drop without adjusting, but it's okay to have to do that. And maybe sometimes you lift off that hip for the adductor inner thigh leg raise. I think it's fun. Good. Rotate up, side kick, rotate down, top leg, bottom leg. Two more. Take breaks if you need to, and of course there's always that pause button. Squeeze and cinch up that bottom waist. Here we go, last one. Side kick, hips down, top leg, stay here. Good. We got that bottom leg raise. If you want to pop up to the hand, good. Maybe you want to make this, soften your shoulder a little bit. It's a little harder on the forearms. And when we lift, you'll have more space. 3, 2, now we have 8 with the hips up. 8, 7, 6, turn your toes sideways, flexor point. 4, 3, 2, swing your knees under, tabletop, cat, cow. How are we doing? We are almost there. Moving on to just a few more exercises. We're gonna take our feet on the ball, have a seat here. The way we're gonna get down is an abdominal roll. Lift your spine, firm those legs, roll down with control for 3, for 2, stay here in low boat, and add some little rocks. Press your ball into your thighs, squeeze your booty, and then relax it to come back. Try not to move anything. Really just your glutes are moving you. 4, 3, 2, and then rock your boat side to side. We'll pretend this is a little low back self-massage and not hard work. 4, 3, exhale 2, exhale 1. Oh, pull those knees into the chest and elbows out to cactus, goalpost wings. Take a breath here, and then you can rock your hips for a real massage side to side. Don't worry about your ball, but if you have it in your knees, awesome. All right, just to start off, giving your hamstrings some warning about what's going to happen, let's go ahead and take both feet on the ball. Tuck your pelvis and lift up to bridge. Good, and on the way down, think vertebrae by vertebrae. Legs extend. Try to roll up to a little low boat like we just came from. Feet on the ball, tuck the heels in. Tuck your pelvis, glute bridge, squeeze the butt, squeeze the hamstrings, pull the ribs down as you send the hips up, roll down. Straighten out your legs and lift. And if you want to make that a higher V, you're welcome. We'll just do 2 more. You can always readjust where your feet are. Make sure you're solid before you lift. Bridge lift, lower. Maybe we start to come up to a high V. Then bring your feet back to the ball, roll down, crawl it in. Last one, glute bridge, squeeze it up. Good, squeeze and hold, isometric hold. Feel your inner thighs really active as you draw your knees towards one another. Roll down, tuck your chin, and then lift. Breathe into high boat and lower it back down. All right, so you could do this on the mat if you don't feel safe with the ball, but we are gonna try a few where we have one leg down. So it's gonna, we're gonna use momentum with the other leg. So right foot on the ball, left leg extends. Use your shoulders, your head, and your hands for a lot of support too. So you're lighter in that foot. Hip thrust, good, and lower. Hip thrust, and lower. Try not to slam down. Use that upper body strength as well. Hip thrust, squeeze, stay. Hold, 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 and lower. Extend that right leg, left leg up, little pulse. 4, 3, 2, 1. Now hamstring curl the heel in, split the legs. Heel in, try to split the legs apart. And you can add an opposite leg drops. This might feel confusing, but right heel in, left leg long, right heel out, left leg up. Leg down, leg up, knee bends, knee straightens. Beautiful, relax. Head side to side. We've got the 4 hip thrusters. Left foot on. Right leg is gonna start out so we can gather up a little momentum to pull it forward. Remember, shoulders, elbows, head, hands are all assisting this so you're not putting all your weight into your foot. Hold it up. 3, breathe, 2, and 1. Lower, extend, and pulse. C curve, L split. 4, 3, 2, 1. Legs gonna drop, lower, drop, and lower. Now bend the knee, straighten the knee, drop the leg, lift the leg. Left is bending, right staying straight. Tuck, L, tuck, L. Last one, tuck, L. Grab the ball in your feet. Give it to your hands and take a breath here. We'll get a pillow. Take the ball behind your head. Relax on it. Your ear can start to turn side to side for the neck. Good, we got crisscross. Tuck your shoulder, your chin forward, shoulder blades off the mat, knees to 90, and you got your crisscross with your pillow. 8. You got this. 4, 3, 2, 1. Straight leg. Take your figure 8. 8, 7. Behind the leg. Pass. 5, 2, 1. Release. Relax here. Connect to the breath. Put the ball in between your knees. Ground into your sacrum. Knees up. Little abductor squeezes. This is your thigh master. Pull the pit of the belly down and exhale. 8, 7, like you mean it. You're trying to pop the ball. 4, 3, 2. Gather momentum and squeeze. Gather momentum and freeze. 2 more. Squeeze. 1 more. Stay here. Same thing. 8, 7. Thigh master. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. We're gonna take one hand down. Flip yourself over. Hovering table. Same move. 8, 7. Knees are low. Knees are low. Pit of the belly in. Shoulders down. Spread your fingers. 3, 2, 1. Twist. 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 Hips can kind of lift and lower. You might jump off your feet or you might just swing your hips. Keep your toes grounded for 4, 3, 2, 1. Knees down. Stretch your back. I promise we are almost done. Come on and sit up. All right, we're gonna take the ball under your right knee, back to the tabletop, or if you want to get really challenging, since we're down to a couple more exercises, tuck the left toes, pull the knee in and out, or the left knee is down and you're tucking the knee and rolling it back. On or off the left knee for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Ball underneath, ground your toes, step the left foot forward. Lift. So if the ball's not under the knee, readjust it. Tuck your pelvis. Lift, lower. Lift, and when I say lift, it just means weight off the ball and on, but we're not actually separating from the ball. 3, tuck, 2, squeeze the booty. 1, now add a twist. High, low, high, low. 4, 3, 2, 1. You got this. Bring yourself up. Grab the ball, put it in those inner thighs. We're gonna sit in a chair, releve, lower, and squeeze. I know we're moving fast. You can slow the moves down if you need to. High, low, and stand. Hips back. And if you take this class more than once, you'll be familiar with the moves. They're pretty simple, so you don't have to think too hard today. It's more just going through the fast-paced, good, energetic, activating, full body, good, with the ball, with your muscles. Last one. And rise. Bring the ball under those feet. We're just gonna do a little set of squat pulses. Pull your hips down, pull your knees just in front of the hips. Feet are maybe 2 inches apart. 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. How are those thighs? 2, 1. Fast and furious, just the way I like it. You do know that you can play back speed faster or short or slower. I always listen to things super fast, 1.75 when I'm listening to podcasts, to get through them quicker. All the way back to starting move. Left knee on the mat, spread your hands. As I was saying, this could be your modification, pulling the knee in and out with the right knee down, or since this is basically it, let's come off high plank and pull it in and out. Spread your fingers, shoulders down, strong core, tuck it in, push away, tuck it in, push away. We got 4, 3, 2, and 1. Step, tuck the left toes, step the right foot out. Readjust your ball under the knee. High, low lunges. Up, down. I want you to think of pulling your hips forward, squeezing up, down. 4, 3, 2, 1. Adding that twist, we're gonna twist and lift. Twist and lift. 4, 3, belly in. 2, lot to think about. 1, woo. Come down. We'll skip the standing work. Come back down. Take the weight under your chest, and we are doing your push-ups to the end. If the ball rolls, don't worry. If you can get it to stay, you can aim for chest to ball. Elbows back. Heart and gaze forward. How about 4, 3, 2, freeze on 1. Freeze, tuck your toes. Low plank, chaturanga, Pilates push-up. All effort, push away. Whew. Lower down, and then back. And I promise, this is your last move. Little pulses, squeeze the butt, the hamstrings, your shoulder blades towards one another. Use the back. 4, 3, 2, slow, lift and pull. Lift and pull. Lift and squeeze. Lift. You did it. Hands down. Stretch it back. Whew. Breathe. Connect to that breath. Soften everything. The forehead. Are you frowning at me? Soften the forehead, the eyebrows, the jaw, the tongue. Wiggle your hips. Walk your hands side to side. Get a little flowy. Again, maybe it's some big movement, or it could be more subtle and slow. Round yourself up to kneeling. Fingertips behind you, gentle back bend. So I'll turn. We're gonna push the chest through, shoulders back, hips back. And then reach it down, little cat. Neutral, calming, cleansing breath. Inhale, side out. Arms up, arms in. Give yourself a moment of gratitude. Thank your body. Thank you so much. From the bottom of my heart, I am so grateful you did this with me. Let me know how it went. I know it was a little wild and fast, but hopefully you were able to keep up. And if you weren't this time, do it again. You'll get stronger and stronger. I will see you next time. Give it a like, thumbs up, share, and comment. I will see you next time.